All right, let's walk and talk. So today I want to talk about getting over your fears. Getting over your fears and understanding your worth, your value, what you bring to the table. And this specifically, it could be in inspections, but we're going to talk about, just in closings and using your notary stamp. Have you used your stamp today? Have you marketed your business? Remember that during this time period when someone is going through transition and they need a closing agent for their property, this is a crucial time in their life. You never know what they're going through. They could need the financial monies for a refi, for a medical bill, or something is going on, in their life, and they're like, this is crucial. So when you come to that table and you get there with that stamp, that's the final stages of finalizing that paperwork, and it's so important. And I think sometimes we underestimate just how important it is. You are the closer. The loan is going to close after you stamp, and then they're going to get their monies. They're going to buy their first purchase a house. They're going to sell the house. They're going to buy whatever it is that's going on. So you're fearful. Imagine how they feel. They're like, is this going to go through? What's going to happen? Is this person going to be there? Are they going to show up? So if you're worried about making a mistake, no worries. They're going to correct any errors. They're going to let you know what the mistakes were and say, hey, next time, can you please do this? They're going to give you feedback, or feed forward is what I call it, because sometimes we don't like feedback for whatever reason. But when it's your first time, you got to know you're not experienced. So you got to take the feedback, right? And take the feed forward and say, okay, for next time, I know what to do, or I know what to look for. Because how else are you going to learn? So getting over your fears is realizing that what you have inside and what you're bringing to the table is very valuable, and that they need you. And then when you get there, you're going to be like, this is it. So it was funny because I went to a signing this weekend, and one of the individuals had just faced a house fire. So she's now moving back into her home, which had got remodeled. She did a refi loan, got some equity out of it, and now she's like kind of starting all over. A house fire. So for a year she was telling me about her situation, how she lived from hotel to hotel with her and her children, right? And here I am with this stamp, getting ready to solidify her documents so that they could get the monies that she needed to get back in the home. You see how important that is? Let me wait for this motorcycle. Make sure you understand what you're bringing to the table. It's not just you, but you're bringing, the value as well. And as I'm talking to you guys, is a signing coming through. The other thing was, I went to the next signing after that, and we got done signing, and I said, do you have any questions, or do you have anything? And she said, no, I just want to say thank you, because I'm going through this transition in life, and I actually need to do a power of attorney for my mom, and I'm not really quite sure how that goes. What do I need? Can you walk me through that? And I'm familiar with the power of attorneys and the information, so she needed to sign that. She's one of the siblings that takes care of her mom. The other siblings don't. So before anything gets out of hand, they want to try to get that situated. So you see situations like this. After a signing, then you now gain a customer for a notary, general notary work, and then that's going to lead to, probably another referral, but you got to know the value. The fear that's in you is only because what you're getting ready to go after is something greater than where you're at. So anytime you're going after something greater than where you're at, there's always going to be this knot in your stomach. You're going to feel like you're going to throw up. You're going to start sweating. Do it anyway. Leap. You got to take the leap. Leap, and the net will appear. And sometimes you don't have that guide of someone that went before you to hold your hand. No, not this time. Not this time. This time it's your turn. It's your turn to move forward. So getting over the fear is knowing what you have is valuable. So that's the message for today.